Okay, guys, today I want to show you and make sure that you understand how to multiply up to a 5-digit number. So multiply up to 5 digits by 2 digits. Okay, go ahead and you need to have a sheet of notebook paper and you need to be taking notes so that when I give you these practice problems at the end of the video, you will have something to refer back to, okay? So get a sheet of notebook paper, put this heading at the top. So let's start with a 3-digit number. So if I take 244 and I multiply it by 2 digits, so let's say 88, we'll talk about the standard algorithm in just a minute. I want to show you a way, though, that might make it easier in multiplying multiple digits by 2, okay? So we can break this number here apart. So I can work out 244 times 8, okay? And so 8 times 4 is 32. I'm going to carry my 3. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 3 is 35. I'm going to carry my 3. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 3 is 19. So 244 times 8 is 1,952. I finished with that 8. I'm done with it. And to reflect that, I'm going to mark the number out, but I'm also going to put a 0 to show that I have already done the work in the ones place there. Then I will do the same thing with the other 8, okay? So out to the side, I can work out 244 times 8, and I just did it right here, so I know the answer is going to be 1,952. And then I want to transfer this over here because we'll have to add those. It's important to make sure you line the numbers up correctly. So this 2 goes under the 5. The 5 goes under the 9. The 9 goes under the 1, and then the 1 goes there. I'm going to add them up. 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry my 1. So 9, 10, 11. Carry my 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So my answer here is 21,472. Okay? Let's try another one. This time, though, let's increase from a 3-digit number to a 4-digit number. So let's take 3,312 and let's multiply it by the 2-digit number 32. Okay, we'll talk about the standard algorithm in just a minute, but I want you to understand that we can break this number apart. So I can start by multiplying 3,312 by 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 3 is 6. So 6,624, okay, is what I get when I've done the multiplication for this digit here, this 2. I'm done with this digit. I'm going to mark it out, and to show that I'm done with it, I've got to put a 0 right here, okay, because I have finished and I won't be doing any more multiplication in the ones place. I finished with that. Then I've got to go back and finish it up with the 3. So I can do 3,312 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So I got 9,936. I've got to transfer this here, and I've got to make sure, and you need to make sure you line up your numbers correctly. So this 6 goes under the 2. This 3 is going to go under the 6. This 9 goes under this 6, and then this 9 will go here. And then I am going to add those together. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. And I've got to carry my 1. And then 9 plus 1 is 10. So my answer here was 105,984. Okay? We're going to do one more example because our goal today was to make sure that we understood how to multiply up to 5 digits by 2 digits. So we did a 3-digit example. We did a 4-digit example. Let's go on and do a 5-digit example. So let's take the number 24,413, okay, 5 digits, and let's multiply that by our 2-digit number 42. I'm going to do this again by breaking this number here up, okay? So I'm going to start with my 2. So I'm going to say 24,413 times 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times this 4 is 8. And 2 times 2 is 4. So I got 48,826. I am done with this digit, so I've got to mark it out. I also have to put the 0 here to show that I am done with this digit in the ones place. Now, to finish up, I have to go in and multiply my top number by the 4 that I left out, okay? So 24,413 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to carry my 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 4 times 4 is 16, so I'm going to put a 6 here. I carry my 1. 4 times 4 here is still 16, but I've got to add my 1, so that's 17. I put my 7. I carry my 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So my answer was 97,652. This is where you have to be careful about transferring the number. Make sure you line them up correctly. So my 2 goes under this 2. My 5 goes here. My 6 goes here. My 7 goes under the 4, and then my 9. And I've got to add those up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. 8 plus 5 is 13, so I'm going to put my 3. I carry my 1. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Put my 5. I carry my 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. I'm going to put my 2. I carry my 1. And 9 plus 1 is 10. So my answer for this problem was 1,025,346. Okay? That's one way you can choose to do these problems is by breaking this number up and doing it separately, doing that multiplication separately out to the side. We're going to do one more example using a 5-digit number and multiplying it by a 2-digit number, but we're just going to do the standard algorithm, okay, because that's an option too. So let's take the number 36,467 and let's multiply it by 24, okay? So this, I'm going to do it this way, the standard algorithm, okay? I'm going to use the standard algorithm. So 4 times 7 is 28. I carry my 2. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. I put my 6. I carry my 2. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18. I put my 8. I carry my 1. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25, so I put my 5. I still have to carry, and it was a 2 I'm carrying. And then 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Okay? I'm done with my 4, so I still mark it out, and I still have to put that 0 to show I finished that multiplication. Now, one other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out all of these numbers that I carried so that I don't get confused when I go on and multiply these numbers by this 2 here. Okay, so I've marked out all the numbers I carried from my 4. So now, 2 times 7 is 14. So I put my 4, I carry my 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So I'm going to put my 3, I'm going to carry my 1. 2 times 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. I don't have anything to carry. 2 times 6 is 12. I'm going to put my 2 and I carry my 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then I will add. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. I have to carry my 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to put my 2, carry my 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Put my 5, I carry my 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7, and then 7 plus 1 is 8. So my answer here was 875,208, okay? So you could do your problems like we did here by breaking this number apart and doing the multiplication out to the side, or you can choose to use the standard algorithm. The way you do it is up to you, but you do need to be careful to make sure you're lining things up the way that will help you get the correct answer. Now, I have some practice problems that I want you to do, so you need to get a separate sheet of notebook paper, okay, a separate sheet. Please don't do it on this note sheet. This is going to go in your notebook. So on a separate sheet of paper, I want you to do some practice, and we will check these tomorrow. So number 1, I want you to do 842 times 64. I want you to do 3,921 times 53. I want you to do 3,754 times 37. I'm going to give you 2 more. I want you to do 21,703 times 34. And the last one, I want you to do 52,978 times 46. Okay, so work these out. You can do it either of the ways that I showed you, and tomorrow we will check.